Because so far, Halloween's a bigger letdown than being a Mets fan.
Opening day, and here's the first pitch, and the season's over.
And with that, hi everybody! I'm not Bob Murphy, but today is opening day, so I'm doing my Friday Flipcam debut here on April Fool's Day. Being a Met fan, that's sort of redundant. There you go, there's your schedule. You can zoom in. There's your Met schedule, 162 opportunities for Ajita. As you can see, got Mikey on the tube here interviewing Terry Collins. I muted it, can't take it anymore. I've already endured a Yankee win, kind of a typical Yankee win, and a Philly comeback. So my baseball season is well underway. I just want to take you a little quick tour of the room here. Here we are, Georgosaurus, and zooming in on Dan's prediction for this year. There you go. So 88-2, not too hopeful. Maybe Final Justice will kick in. I have a rainy day here in Larchmont. Here we are in the business end of Soma Space. Who's that guy? And just want to give you a quick tour. You know, kind of here I am. And let's see what else we got out here. Oh, there's the world. Well, here's the Soma Lounge. And well, kind of give you a quick pan of that too. There you go. And there's Mikey still talking to Terry Collins. So, you know, I'm just going to plop this thing down, see if it does anything for us here. Got it? Yeah. So, anyway, what I wanted to get across to you this week is that baseball, like a lot of sports, has images that are historical, that kind of tap into something called deep trance identification. Now, that comes from another map. You can go Google it, Joseph Riggio, okay, the Mytho-Self. But really what it means is that early on we get a lot of images in our heads that we form identifications with. They become part of us. Baseball's a core one for a lot of us. Some of you don't care. But when it gets us at this really kind of early age, and we think it's us. It happens with religion, happens with a lot of things, and that would come in early on, right? At 6 years old, you have all these synapses. You have a peak in your brain of all these synapses, and at that point, you can take on more information at any point in your life. So anything that gets in your head around the age of 6 tends to stick. And that's really what's happening today for me on opening day. I got the butterflies going, you know, because if it happens to the Mets, it happens to me. It's like an equation, right? Think about all the things you're attached to in life that matter to you. There's a gut feeling. It is somatic, right? And that's the whole point, that nervousness, that itchiness, that, oh my God, this like just watching that Phillies rally before, those sons of bitches. You know, I'm sitting there, I've seen it enough. I'm watching the guy melt down, I'm seeing what's going on, and because I can profile and use my behavioral imaging technique, which is called the somatic method, you can read that about it on the site, I was able to sort of kind of, you know, it's like watching a train come in. You just saw it happening slowly and surely until finally, you know, the hit that won the game for the Phillies came through, and that was it. Those kinds of things in baseball are much, much more easy to understand and appreciate when you have the other side of the baseball card, you know, sort of in your hip pocket. A lot of times people get analytical about baseball. Baseball is very emotional, it's very rhythmic, very tidal, and that's why opening day has such a significance for fans, because it puts, again, they call it a season for a reason, right? So tonight, especially when if you're watching the game on SNY, watching the Met game on SNY, a couple of things. This is a baseball game in a football stadium. I'm getting the sound of the baseball game in the football stadium. Flip-flop that to the Pinstripe Bowl we had a couple of months ago here in the Yankee Stadium, when you had a football game in a baseball stadium. They tried it at Wrigley too a little while before that, and the sons of bitches put the football field running against the brick wall, so they only could play in half the field. So when you see that happening tonight, the reverse is taking place, check out the camera angle, especially left field. It's a very distorted view. Every time I watch a game from Florida, and this, you know, basically when the Dolphins play, any fly ball to left, any ground ball to left, any throw from left field, it's almost like it's closer than it really actually appears because of the distortion of the oval stadium and the diamond. It's a little visual thing to look for. And that's really what I want to get across in these rants, is how are the images that you're coming across on an everyday basis influencing your behavior. If you understand the principles of what I'm talking about in the somatic method, you start to be able to kind of read them like a gypsy cab driver and use them to your advantage and actually build coherence rather than deplete yourself. So I'll leave you with that. Let's go Mets, and I'll see you on Monday for the first edition of the S List, where I break down the rosters of the Mets and Yankees in something we like to call around here the Subway Somas. So, for everybody here at Soma Space, it's just me, this is Dr. Mark saying thank you for this time in your space. Be yourself and be well. Travel light through the darkness.